I'm gonna come clean today. I am going to share a personality trait that I have that I am slightly ashamed of. And I wanna know if you share this trait with me. Or maybe you know someone who does. But before I tell all, let me introduce myself. My name is Natalie Sideserf, and I make cakes that do not look like cakes. And today I'm gonna show you how I made a stack of plates cake. Today's cake that I'm about to make right now, oh, it's a good one. And it wasn't my idea. One of my subscribers suggested this one, and I just gotta make it. 5 months ago, I read a comment on one of my YouTube videos that really stuck with me. The comment read,
"When my grandma would visit a restaurant that she didn't like, she would say that she'd rather eat the plates themselves than the bad food. So my suggestion from grandma would be to make a stack of plates into a cake."
Not only do I find this mini story to be very sweet, but a stack of plates is a great idea for a cake. I can't wait to cut this one, going through all those plates. So this one's for grandma. One of the replies to this comment said a stack of dirty dishes would be awesome. Great suggestion. Making the dishes dirty is totally a Sideserf cake detail. So I'm gonna dirty these dishes up too. So now I gotta figure out what meal remains on these dishes. Like, what's the food that was served on them? This reminds me of a question that I'm asked every day that I find to be the most difficult question of all the questions ever. I think the most difficult question is when people ask me,
"What do you want to eat?"
I don't know. I never know. I can never answer that question. So I start going through different meals in my head, and that results in me realizing what I don't want to eat. I keep thinking of the same things over and over again. I eat that all the time. I don't want that today. Seriously, why is it so hard to pick a food? Pick dinner. Just pick a dinner. Pick a food. There is one thing that I'm always down to eat, and that is pasta. I love pasta.
Mamma mia!
So that's what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna dirty these cake dishes with some pasta, specifically spaghetti with a marinara. I think it's a great option because it's a somewhat messy food, so I think it'll look great on these dishes. You'll see me make that pasta in just a bit. But first, let's talk about my most frustrating personality trait, shall we? I am extremely forgetful. I am absent-minded. I get sidetracked very easily. I've been this way since I was a kid. I remember when I was very young, I would go to the grocery store with my mom, and we're just shopping. I'm following her, pushing the cart. Everything's cool. That is until I spot something that I find interesting, like a cereal box with cartoons and games on it. And that's when I would just go wander off and check it out. I have walked away, and I am now in magical cereal world. Eventually, after about like 5 to 10 minutes, I would snap out of it and I'd realize that I am standing there all alone. So naturally, I'd panic, and then I'd run down each aisle looking for my mom, and then I would eventually spot her, and then that would lead to me getting rightfully reprimanded. I promise, my mom was very good at watching me. It's just that, sometimes I would just sneak away. You'd think that I would grow out of this whole getting sidetracked thing. That is not the case. It did not go away as I got older. Let me give you an example. So I have plans to meet a friend for lunch, and on my way, I walk past a pet store. So now I'm looking at the dogs. And rather than just staying on track and getting to lunch on time, I stand there looking through the window thinking, so if that dog over there had puppies with this dog, I wonder what they'd look like. Oh, they'd be so cute. And then this goes on for like far too long. I'm like mixing and matching dogs. It's a whole thing. And eventually I catch myself and say, oh, I gotta go to lunch. Are you like this at all? Are you also absent-minded? Or do you know someone who is?
Don't kid yourself.
If you're not sure if you have this personality trait, the whole being sidetracked all the time, don't worry, because I have one question that you can answer that'll let you know if you are. The question is,
Do you find yourself having a hard time remembering to turn the lights off when you leave a room?
if so, you too have the personality trait of being absent-minded. I've spent my whole life with people telling me that I didn't turn the lights off. My mom used to get mad at me for leaving the lights on, then my roommates got mad at me for leaving the lights on, and now my husband is the one constantly telling me that I left the lights on. Don't get me started with my curling iron. Did I leave it plugged in?
I don't know.
I think I unplugged it, but I'm not like super confident that I did. Then I get anxiety like I'm gonna burn down the house. A couple years ago, I left a curling iron on the toilet seat at my friend's house and I burned the lid. I felt horrible. It's not a good feeling. I know this is annoying for everyone around me. It's annoying for me too. I don't want to forget. I want to remember everything. But you know what? I'm gonna work on it. This is my 2023 resolution. New year, new habits. And there you have it, a dirty stack of plates cake. I think the marinara sauce was a good choice, and I even like how the plates are stacked a little messy, a little haphazard. Cutting through these chocolate plates is gonna be awesome. These are dishes I don't feel bad breaking. All right, let's cut the cake. That was satisfying. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel. I post a brand new cake every week. And I'll see you next week for another cake.